Listen, sit with me for a minute. There's a quiet language women use when they're drawn to a man, and most guys never learn to hear it. They wait for the obvious, the confession, the grand gesture, and miss the small moves that actually tell the whole story. This isn't about guessing or playing games, it's about sensitivity to details. When a woman is leaning in, she rarely screams it. She folds it into relaxed moments, slipped habits, and tiny choices. If you want her to notice you the way you notice her, you need to notice her first. The little shifts that mean she's already curious, already invested, already imagining you together. Tonight I'll tell you 8 quiet signs she's falling for you. Signs you can use to respond like a man who knows his value, not like a guy chasing feelings. Pay attention. This changes everything. Point 1. She protects your reputation. The first sign isn't romantic words, it's defense. She'll quietly correct someone who talks down about you. She'll steer a conversation away from any story that makes you look small. Maybe it's subtle, a slight eyebrow lift, a tone that trims gossip, or a gentle redirection when a friend cracks a joke at your expense. Why does she do this? Because she's starting to value your image. She wants others to see you as she does. Worth respect. That protection isn't an accident. It's her way of taking ownership of how you're perceived. If you notice she's the first to close ranks on your behalf, don't shrug it off. It's because she's emotionally buying in. Respond with quiet appreciation, not flaunting it, not using it as proof. Just a simple nod that you saw it. That acknowledgement says more than any thank you text. Point 2. She asks for small practical favors. When a woman starts asking you for low-risk help, a hand moving furniture, a tech question, or advice about a minor problem, that's her testing closeness. Not because she doesn't have other options, but because she wants an excuse to be near you and see how you operate in everyday life. These favors are tiny mirrors. She's checking whether you follow through, whether you're reliable without fanfare. She's seeing how you treat ordinary moments, because long-term life is made of ordinary moments. If you respond with consistent follow-through and calm competence, you're building trust faster than any romantic speech. Do the small things well. That's how a man becomes someone she imagines bringing home. Not overnight, but steadily through actions. Point 3. She lets you see her habitual space. Pay attention when she casually shares a corner of her life. Her favorite playlist, the jacket she always wears, or the cafe she goes to on Sunday mornings. When she invites you into those small habitual spaces, she's letting you map her inner world. Showing you a comfortable habit is vulnerable. Habits are where people reveal themselves without trying. She's testing whether you fit naturally into those rhythms. If you handle those spaces with respect, don't overstep, don't treat them like trophies, you're being accepted into the backdrop of her life. That acceptance is subtle, but huge. It means she's picturing you in daily routines, not just weekend highs. Point 4. She adjusts her tone when she talks to you. Listen to the sound of her voice around you. She'll soften, slow down, or lower volume in certain moments. Maybe she laughs a fraction longer. Maybe her sentences trail off like she's waiting to see where you go next. Those tonal shifts are intimacy in audio form. People don't alter their voice randomly. When someone chooses a gentler cadence with you, she's inviting you to lean in. She wants you to be the one who notices those micro changes, because that rewards her vulnerability. React the way a grounded man would. Give her the attention that matches the tone, not a performance. Mirror the calm. When she hears you listening in that way, she feels safe to share more. Point 5. She creates tiny moments of physical proximity. This one's obvious if you're paying attention, but most guys miss the small moves. The shoulder brush that lingers, the lean in during a noisy place, the seat chosen next to you without thought. She'll look for ways to be physically closer in normal situations. These are not grand gestures, they're quiet calibrations. She's measuring your reaction to closeness. Do you smile? Do you step back? Do you match the closeness or retreat? Your response tells her whether proximity is safe. If you meet her in that space with calm confidence, close but not pushy, warm but composed, you teach her that being near you has a steady energy. That steadiness makes presence addictive. Point 6. She invests in your projects and finds small ways to contribute. When a woman starts looking for ways to support what matters to you, that's a big sign. Maybe she shows up to something you care about, or she introduces you to someone useful, or she takes an interest in your side project. She's aligning herself with what gives you meaning. This is different from flattery. It's active involvement. She's thinking about your future and making small choices that tie into it. That suggests she imagines a version of life where your goals are part of hers too. Appreciate it. Don't convert it into expectations. Treat her contributions like seeds. Patient, respectful watering builds a garden. When you nurture this, you deepen the partnership without demanding declarations. Point 7. She remembers the details that didn't seem important. There's a moment when you realize she remembers the dumb little things, the exact coffee you prefer, the phrase you used in passing 3 weeks ago, the name of the dog you once mentioned. That memory is emotional currency. It shows she was paying attention even when you thought you were background noise. Remembering detail isn't coincidence. It's proof she's mentally cataloging you. She's mapping the man behind the present. That's an invitation to deepen connection. When you notice, respond by acknowledging the memory. A simple, "You remembered that," with warmth affirms the bond. Don't weaponize it. Let it become one more thread that makes you complex and real to her. Point 8. She tests your boundaries with gentle challenges. Finally, look for the soft challenges. She might suggest something that nudges your habits, asking if you'll try a new experience, teasing you about something you value, or proposing an idea that asks for your line in the sand. These are probes, not attacks. Her aim is to see how you hold your center. Does your baseline shift when she pushes? Do you abandon yourself to keep peace, or do you calmly state what matters? The way you respond to gentle boundary tests shows her the kind of leader you are in life and in a relationship. Answer with calm clarity, firm where needed, flexible where it makes sense, but never apologetic for standards that matter to you. That consistency is magnetic. It's the architecture of trust. So those are the quiet signs. Protection of your image, small favors, shared habits, tone shifts, proximity, subtle investments, remembered details, and gentle tests. None are loud, none require a confession. They're the daily grammar of two people leaning towards something real. If you're paying attention, you don't have to ask. You'll see it. If you're not, you'll always wonder. The difference between men who keep relationships and men who lose them isn't luck. It's observation and matched presence. If one of these hit home, tell me which one in the comments. Drop the word seen if you caught at least one signal in someone you know. Or drop ready if you want me to make a follow-up on what to do next with each sign. Stay calm, stay aware, be the man who notices the quiet. I'll be here to walk you through what comes next.